I lost 26.2 pounds in 1 month. And let me tell you how I did it. Today we are officially done with that liquid fast, baby. Your girl gonna be able to chew for lunch today, and I am so excited. Listen, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna tread lightly. I'm gonna, leap into it like a new relationship. Just, we courting with the food. Baby, good morning. Hey, y'all, welcome back. If you my OG, you know I love you. You belong here. If you new, please sit back because I got to tell you all of my deets, okay, about this 30-day journey that I went on to heal myself, my emotional eating, get in touch with my anxiety and my depression without turning to food. And while doing that, yeah, I lost weight. And I gotta say, I like it. I like it. So, I got me a couple little cliff notes here, just so that way, excuse my look, by the way, it's all right, it's morning, y'all don't care. Y'all women, y'all know how I be. And if you a man, I mean, it be like that. Don't judge me. So yeah, I got some cliff notes because I wanted to make sure I shared all the things. Didn't forget nothing. Maybe I forgot, I don't know. I'm 41. It's likely I might have left some stuff out of this. We don't know. However, it's not gonna be a long video. We're gonna get through. So let's get to the actual stats here, okay? So I went from 250.8 pounds down to 224.6 pounds. God is good. Now, when I first started, my waist was 44 inches. My waist today was 39.5 inches. That's 4.5 inches lost. That's nice. My stomach circumference, the part that people measure when they say measure your waist, but that ain't really your waist. That's your stomach. I mean, basically close to your hips. So my stomach circumference was 51 inches, and I measured today at 42 inches. 9 inches down off that belly, baby. Off that fupa. My starting weight, of course, we already said that. 26.2 pounds down in this month. And I am flourishing. Yes. Okay, so what I drank or what I ate, because it was technically my food, but it was in drink form. So I had Premier protein shakes. And I had Orgain protein shakes. And I would have 2 to 3 protein shakes a day to start. Once I got into, I want to say like my second week, the protein shakes started to diminish. And I will say, honestly, I only had a protein shake in this last week and a half after a workout. That was the only time. So the protein shakes do keep you full. It's recommended that if you're considering doing a liquid fast, definitely incorporate the protein shakes because it helps with recovery too if you plan on doing a little bit of exercise or whatever. I had Jell-O, delicious. It took me a while. I would make one thing of Jell-O and it would take me at least 3 or 4 days to get through it. I mean, like 4 or 5 spoons had me full, but Jell-O was definitely something that kept my mouth moving when I felt like, okay, I'm tired of drinking things. I want to eat something. And even though Jell-O is technically liquid, it gave me the opportunity to chew. And I did choose the sugar-free Jell-O, but it was still sweet. It was delicious. I used my Peak H2O hydration packets. It's 5 calories. You just put it in your water. They actually have Peak H2O hydration with caffeine as well that you could use for energy. I only drank that once, and that was literally just the day before yesterday. So the rest of the time, I was just drinking the regular Peak H2O hydration and blueberry. It's absolutely my favorite. I've been drinking those forever. I was drinking those even before I decided to do any form of dieting. I had tomato soup twice. And tomato soup helps if you want to get something a little thicker in. It really helped when I felt like I was having insomnia, like I was going to sleep with that feeling of like too much energy, non-fullness. And a can of tomato soup before my nightly tea or whatever, it helped. You know, it helped. And then I had some calm magnesium to help calm me down, relax my body. And then I drank some Yogi bedtime tea, which really helped me get a good night's sleep. I also had chicken broth. I had chicken broth twice, and that was in the beginning when I felt like I needed that salt. I was still getting, not the sugar craving, but like the salt craving where you just want something savory. And so having that chicken broth and putting a pinch of Himalayan pink salt in it really made me feel like I was drinking a soup, that was just in liquid form. It made me feel really good, really satiated, and it cured that salt craving. And then, of course, within the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I started juicing. So I was incorporating several different juices. The main juice I stuck to was the juice where I juiced oranges, carrots, ginger, and lemon, and then added in a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. And it was delicious. I did have green juices. I experimented with grapefruits, with celery, spinach, parsley, green apple, cucumber. I did a lot of juicing. I actually still have 2 juices in the refrigerator that I'm going to drink today, and then have a small bowl of my cabbage soup. And then, of course, water. Drink water as much as you can. Water helps. If you have nothing else in reach, when you get that hunger cue, sometimes it's just emotional eating. Sometimes you're not hungry. So you got to pay attention to that. When I got that hunger cue, I drank water. Lots of it. Lots of it. I did stop drinking water after I had my nightly tea around 6 or 7. I didn't have anything else to drink after that, just because if I got some sleep, it was imperative that I stayed asleep. I couldn't keep getting up using the restroom, because if I get up, baby, I gotta walk right past my refrigerator, and that's a challenge, okay? Because I was a night eater, a night snacker. I would get up to go pee and then go to the refrigerator, grab grapes, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, eat a bowl of cereal, do whatever. So that prevented me from getting up constantly in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And so I had a lot of non-scale victories, guys. I've said it plenty of times already. My channel is basically based on it. I deal with anxiety and bipolar depression disorder. And I'm inside my head, right? And the way I combat the feelings of anxiety and depression is I do a lot of journaling, I do poetry, and, just kind of work on the things that I'm trying to defeat, because I deal with anxiety in the form of PTSD. So, it's things. We all had a life. So it's things I have to sort through. And that combating the emotional eating that was a result of that was, I don't know, that was one of my biggest victories. Even if I hadn't lost any weight, or say I went through this whole month and only lost 5 pounds, I wouldn't even care, because my relationship with food is totally different. Like, I can now understand when my body's like, we're hungry. This is why you're looking for food. This is why we're feeling this way, as opposed to I'm in this type of feeling, or I just saw this thing, or I just thought about that thing, and now I have to run to food. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting that detachment. Food is separate from emotions. And this 30 days has definitely put me through that challenge. And I know for a fact that I'm going to be successful at this when I actually start eating like real food. So yeah, understanding my hunger cues, just getting that new relationship with food that I never had before. because it was either out of boredom or just because I'm watching TV or just because I'm watching a movie or just because I'm sad or mad, or if you're excessively happy, now you want to celebrate, you want to get a cake, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was my, I'm just proud of that. I'm speechless. Like, I'm really just proud of the fact that I was able to go 30 days doing this. I can't even get into what I want to get into, but I'm proud. My hot flashes are gone. I told you guys before that I did have a hysterectomy, and you know, bits and pieces are gone, baby. It's just me and my one ovary. We kicking it, okay? And those hot flashes is coming in like boom, bam, pow, okay? And I haven't had hot flashes, and I want to say maybe about 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since I had a hot flash. I used to go to bed, of course, when my anxiety was high. I would have heart palpitations. None of that. I think I haven't had a heart palpitation since maybe about the 3rd or 4th day into my liquid fast. Yeah, I want to say probably the 3rd or 4th day. I mean, that was a really quick result. My acid reflux is gone. And I told you a couple of times I had tomato soup. No acid reflux, baby. And that just goes to show it really depends on what you're eating, because I was eating a lot of processed, really high-fat foods. That right there was contributing to those palpitations. It had nothing to do with the citrus or the citric acid or anything like that. And then, of course, if you do have acid reflux and you still want to have tomato soup, you know, always put real sugar, real granulated sugar inside your tomato soup or inside your tomato sauces, so that way it can get rid of some of the acidity and you don't have to deal with acid reflux or heartburn. But yeah, none of that. My eczema, oh my God. I mean, literally, I think when I started the fast, my neck was, pretty much black, baby. I'm getting my color back, okay? Getting my color back. I did have a couple bumps on my face. I'm thinking because maybe it was just detoxifying my skin. Or I could be going through what they call like that phantom PMS syndrome, which is where you still get the menstrual effects. But I mean, of course, I'm not going to have a menstrual cycle, but you still get the effects. So you get like the little breakouts or whatever. So it could have been one or the other. I'm not mad about that. I had a lot of eczema on my stomach, and that has absolutely died all the way down. And I always got eczema patches on my back. That has died down tremendously. So seeing great results with that as well. I also have an autoimmune disease, and the inflammation in my joints have gone down tremendously. It used to be to the point where I held water in my ankles, and I would put my socks and shoes on, and my socks would leave a permanent indent in my ankles for, I want to say, maybe about a good day or two. Okay, I mean, just a permanent indent, like in my ankle, where you could clearly see like the outlines of my socks, or you know, if I wore shorts, or if it was just, I would see it like, you know, at the beginning of my knee, if I had on like those shorts that go down to the knee. I mean, and now my ankles are skinny, baby. Okay, they skinny. I mean, not really, but they getting there. So yeah, the feet swelling when I used to walk and exercise in the middle of the night. If I got up to use the restroom, I would literally be limping. Or in the morning when I got up, I would literally be limping until I got like into the motion of walking, and then everything would kind of correct itself. But now, no feet swelling. Okay, and I'll be getting it around that part. If y'all been watching, y'all know I walks. Okay. My knee pain, which is really just my left knee, I can't say that it's 100% pain-free, but with me dropping weight and taking some of that weight off of my knee, it's absolutely easier to go up the stairs. Me and my best friend went to the Erie Canal Harbor, which is also known as our Naval Park here in Buffalo, New York, and we went up the tower. That tower, it's like an observation tower, and I want to say it was about maybe 15 flights of stairs. I don't know how many flights of stairs it was, but it was exhausting. And when I tell you my knee didn't bother me after doing that, coming down was a breeze, of course, but I was thinking, man, Tonight, I may have a little pain, or in the morning, I may feel it. And I absolutely did not. I had no knee pain, which was really good. Going up and down my basement stairs sometimes still, you know, I feel it coming up. And you still hear the creaking and the cracking. I don't think that's going to go nowhere. I think that's just because, you know, I'm getting up there. But other than that, my hip, normally when I was walking around the park when I first started, when I got halfway around the lap, my right hip would start hurting. And I haven't had any hip pain at all. I've actually been doing really well with that. Even when exercising and attempting to squat or do a lunge, no hip pain. So, feeling really good about that. Anywho, my disclaimer is, for you guys, this is my personal challenge, okay? Please do your research. Do your research. Do not do this liquid fast just because I did it. If you have health issues, underlying things going on, if you don't know for sure that doing a liquid fast would be healthy for you, would be safe for you, then please consult your healthcare specialist, okay? This is not me saying you should do this. This is me saying that this is what helped for me, and if you think it may help for you, then please do your research. I feel good, y'all. I mean, I feel really good. And we gonna eat some lunch today, like really chew something. I'm excited. And I thought that when I woke up on this day, I would be like, wow, let's make some tacos, or let's make some, you know, and I'm thinking about all of that stuff that I used to eat, and I'm like, I don't really want any of that. And the thing is, I just become a very lazy eater as well. I cook really well. You know, I can make a lot of things. And if I want a pizza, I know how to make a homemade pizza. I know how to, you know, make my own healthy version of a pizza. Like, I need to get back into making my own things, knowing what's in my food, and knowing that it's healthy for me, and being able to portion it out and enjoy my food, right? I can still have savory foods. I can still have sweet foods. I can have all my complex carbs and know that, you know, I'm going in a good direction, not only eating healthy, but also allowing my metabolism to do what it does without smashing all of that processed food in my body. And honey, let me tell you, I got a car, and y'all know I'll be out. But baby, when I tell you DoorDash, this last maybe year has seen the best of my money. And I know they pull up in front of my house like, it's 2 cars out here. Why are they ordering food? Ooh, lazy eating. Just lazy. Looking at ads. And then you know DoorDash send you the little specials and the happy hour, 25% off. Oh, now you got a $10 bonus towards Mr. Pizza. It's a new me, y'all. It's a new me. And I'm excited to be at this stage in my life. And I'm excited for what's to come for May. And I will be back with you guys for my next video. You should get all of my details about my May challenge that I got going on. Fuel and Move challenge. Challenge for me, but I'm also inviting you if you would like to do it with me. And you guys can see that 31-day experience that I go through with that. Continuing on my fitness and wellness journey. Mental health first. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm excited for what today is going to bring. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so I have sued. Yes. And I want to do this on camera. Oh, this looks so good. Don't mind the noise in the background. That's my husband and his TV. Oh, that's good. I'm about to choose. I'm scared.
Unfortunately, but there was a lot to that agreement. They waived the marriages, they waived that I would be able to see my kids, because otherwise I would not be able. And you are seeing. You are seeing your child. Yeah, okay, then. Only because I agreed to sign that.
That is so good.
The benefit of the bargain. And that's my problem.
Well, that anise is really good in here.
To review this, and unless his income increased. If his income increased, I will review this. So what I need is
Sweet, savory flavor.
because I want that information. Once I get it, I'll issue an opinion as to whether there's a change of circumstance or not. Mr.
And
Slade.
he does not have the kid, he does not have her 50/50, and nowhere in the speech did I say it's about a 2-day difference. That was a benefit that I was giving him to try to resolve things outside of court.
Well,
Yeah,
the pleading says 2 overnights. That's.
I know, that's what
But
you're.
it does not, where does the pleading say that he only
And the
has
vegetables
2
is
overnights?
well done, so they're gonna be
Where does
easy to
it say
digest.
He only has 2 overnights.
We'll look it up right now.
That's what I'm looking up to, because I know that I read it in your pleading.
My request was for the child support to be based on 2 different overnights. But that was because of a conversation I had with Dave, which he claimed he would be willing to do if I would swap.
Minor daughter
Liquid
claims
fast is
that
over.
Spends a minimum of 184 overnights with the plaintiff. That's what it says.